I think I figured out one of the things I like about throat singing. What I like about it is that, like, even though mine is very clumsy, um, I know other people do it really beautifully. And the idea that you can speak to you can speak two voices together at once and make them dance in a certain way, build a relationship between them, you know. Mine are ugly, but they're not the ugliest ugly. They're creeping up on something pretty, you know, suggesting the possibility of something beautiful. You know, I think I've jammed out like 30 seconds here or there that are kind of pretty. Maybe I might have. It's the idea of like the word, the logos, and the mythos. The word speaking into existence, God speaking, logic into existence, kinda, sorta. And then, like, I think it's Krishna, I could be wrong about that, who, as the tradition goes, I believe, had the entire universe in his mouth. Opened his mouth and the entire universe was in it. Which is like the same thing. In the beginning was the word. So, like, obviously I'm one man, but I'm one man with one mouth and one voice who can make two sounds. Sometimes it creeps up on three, depending on the way those harmonics wibble wobble. Because two tones can be made whose interference patterns make a third tone. So two tones can make a fat chord, but you got to be playing outside of the 12 frets. That's why you got to get into that Indian shruti. You got to get into the shruti, which is related to the 12 frets, but it splits it up into 22s. And 22s on a sliding scale. Now, that's something different. But anyway, to boil it down real simple, the interesting thing about I call it throat singing, whatever. is that, yeah, the interesting thing is like, yeah, one voice can make two things, and it creeps up on three things, and it can let us imagine like a singular voice doing many things in concert, differently together, for a reason, beautifully. I admit that not all of the world is beautiful. Because of so much killing. And not just by people, man. People kill the least. And at the very least, what you could say is that we are the only thing that saves. So yes, humans are murderous. But compared to what? Compared to mud wasps? No. Compared to mud wasps, we are fucking the best thing in the fucking universe. Compared to mud wasps, we're the fucking champions of the goddamn cosmos. Or the, ascended, God ascended cosmos, I'm sorry. Like, we're the best. We're the best of the best. You know? Philosophically, by however you want to cut it, us, and definitely morally, human beings, mud wasps. Which would you want a universe of? Us! Right. Sharks or me? Like, I'm a piece of shit sinner. And I'm still better than every fucking shark. I admit there's the rare 0.0001 exception of the enchanted shark, you know. There was that vegetarian shark in Finding Nemo, I think. I guess he's a contender. But besides that, you know, like anything that's gonna eat your kids or your parents or your brother or your sister or your dog, it's not your friend. You're better than that. And that's the thing. Like, even Jeffrey fucking Dahmer, man, was better than a shark. Like, the most crazy sick fucker ever. Actually, you know, less dangerous than a shark. Okay, he's tied for a shark. Yeah, I guess you can't have shark people, but... But anyway, yeah, those aren't what God created. That's what God permits, so long as we fail to rationally participate in the creation as creators. The opposite force of the I am is the I am not. Actually, it's not the opposite force. It's the opposite response. Before you were I am the Alpha and the Omega. And there is a growth from the Alpha to the Omega in time, but there are different ways in participating in time. Because something can be atemporal, jumping between times, but that doesn't make it omnitemporal. God is omnitemporal. Everything else that is quote-unquote divine is greater and lesser degrees of atemporal. But yeah, that voice that interacts with itself. One breath, 3 sounds, if you do it right. Let me see if I can get it. I might not. I've done it, I think, before, but not much. I've done it before. I don't always catch it. I'll try to make a chord. I don't know if it'll work. And if it works, I don't know if it will record. Here's all my self-doubt. But fuck it, whatever. Because someone's going to come along someday and is going to be speaking 5 notes out their mouth. That's what's going to happen. I'm not sure if I got the 3 notes, but I'm pretty happy with that because I don't always record when I do nasally things, and I think that's an interesting thing, the nasally things, and like someone could really hone that into something beautiful. It might not be me, but maybe someday this will be like a message in a bottle to someone out there. You know, 100-year time capsule that no one ever watches except for you 100 years from now. And like, you get it. You're the one who's supposed to get it. And then you make something beautiful. Like, way better. And like, that like touches the world. Like, that would mean my life, my whole fucking life had meaning if just that spark lit, that one spark in my whole life, in my whole fire of life, if just that one spark reached across time and lit a heart on fire, man. That would be the best gift from God. If like your life touches one person ever.